Okay. So Mishnah Gimel says, Hamotzi estivno ve'eskasho l'reshus harabim d'zvalim. Somebody who brings out his straw and stubble into the public thoroughfare to turn them into manure. This was common practice at the time, that you bring it out there and people are going to run over it with their animals and their carts and whatever, and it's going to sit out in the winter, and it's going to turn into really good fertilizer, into really good manure that can be used on the fields. So what happens? V'huzak behen acher. Somebody else gets damaged. Somebody slips on them and hurts themselves. Chayev ben iska, or ruins their suit or their jacket or whatever, right? Falling in, that also is a damage. So you have to pay the damage. Actually, well, this is talking about a person who gets damaged, but it'd be the same with Kalim as well. So you become damaged. You have to pay for the damage. V'chol hakodim behen, and anybody who wants to go ahead and take them, zacha, they are allowed to do so. Basically, even though you put it out for you, but you put it in the Reshus Harabim, and now you weren't mafkir. You didn't say, hey, I'm leaving it in the public thoroughfare. Anybody who wants to come ahead and take it. And just if I put my wallet down in the public thoroughfare, it may not be a wise thing to do, but it doesn't mean that anybody can come along and take it. You're not allowed to just take something just because it happens to be not in your private area, but in the public area. But here in this case, the rabbis came ahead and they gave a kanas. They gave a fine to the person, even though you're allowed to put it out. But since they didn't want people leaving it in such a way that people will get damaged, so they basically said, okay, we're going to make it hefker, we're going to make it ownerless, and anybody who wants to come and take it, they are allowed to do so. Anybody who causes damage in the public thoroughfare, even if you do it with permission, hakodim behen zacha. I'm sorry. Anybody who causes damage in Reshus Harabim and it damages somebody else, chayav and l'shalom, they have to pay for what they damage. And anybody who comes along first gets to take it. Somebody who overturns basically the manure that is in the public thoroughfare. So you didn't put it out there, you didn't leave it there, but the animals are all traveling in the streets, so there's stuff there. So you go ahead and you turn it over because you want it to dry this way or that way. I don't know. I'm not an expert in how to develop manure in the public street, but you want to turn it over in order to either make it better, or you want to show, hey, I'm taking, this is mine. I'm going to take, this is going to belong to me. You do that, and somebody else gets damaged, chayav beniska, you have to pay for it. Meaning, even though it was there before, and all you did was turn it over, you didn't make it any more dangerous than it was before. But since you had in mind, you're saying, this is mine now. Well, if it's yours, you're responsible for it. It becomes your bore, it becomes your pit in the public thoroughfare, and anybody who gets hurt, you have to pay for that.